Hi, my name is Brian Lai, and I am the chair of the Department of Political Science at the University of Iowa. Welcome to our annual award ceremony, where we get to honor political science and international relations majors who are recipients of our awards. These awards, scholarships, and fellowships have been generously created and endowed by alumni and friends of the department. We also take this time to honor majors who have won college, university, and national awards as well. The accomplishments of those recognized today go far beyond what is represented in the awards they are receiving. These students have excelled in and outside the classroom and have also done many things to improve the university and the broader community. Their commitment to excellence in all areas is truly inspiring. To all of you receiving an award today, congratulations from all of us in the Political Science Department. I would now like to turn it over to some of our award presenters. First, we will announce the winners of our Best Paper Award. Joe Rubenstein, who is the president of our Alumni Board, an organization that annually determines the winners of this award, and who has also greatly helped our department in a number of ways. Joe will announce the recipients of this award.
I'm Joe Rubenstein, chair of the Political Science Department's Alumni Advisory Committee. The committee provides advice and counsel to the department. It works with the department to develop new and innovative solutions to the challenges facing the department and its students. And it serves as a resource for students before and after they graduate. Each year, the Alumni Advisory Committee makes awards for the best papers submitted by undergraduates. This year's award for the best paper goes to Cameron Moeller for his groundbreaking expansion of spoiler theory to third-party mediators. The award for second place goes to the team of Destan, Brinkmeyer, and Pryor for their innovative solutions for increasing participation in the Iowa Democratic Caucus. The award for third place goes to Hannah McDonald for her proposal to reform the American asylum process. Congratulations to all of the authors for an outstanding job.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for being with us today. I'm Tom Rice, a professor of political science here in the department, and it's my pleasure today to announce our scholarship winners. The department is really very fortunate to have a number of scholarships to award every year, and these have been made possible through generous donations from alums and friends. We are also very fortunate to have many deserving students, and these decisions are never easy. Those of us on the scholarship committee always come away from this process inspired and uplifted by the quality and dedication of our students. Now, it should be no surprise that all of these students excel academically. And I could easily talk about their academic accomplishments as we recognize them today. But I am not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to focus on what they do outside the classroom, because that's what they do outside the classroom that I think sometimes gives us a better appreciation for just how wonderful these students are. So with that introduction, let's turn to our first scholarship. Our first scholarship is the Vernon and Georgia Bender Scholarship, and this was established in 1998 in memory of Vernon and Georgia. And this year's winner is Andrew Dunn. Andrew's from Milford, Iowa. He was the chair of the State of Iowa Youth Advisory Council, which advises the governor, legislators, and other policymakers in the state on issues that concern Iowa's youth. He is the executive director of the Iowa chapter of the March for Our Lives, an organization that advocates for gun violence prevention legislation. And this winter break, he went down to Georgia and worked on the 2 special Senate elections in the state. Congratulations to Andrew. Next up is the Joseph Domke Memorial Scholarship. This was established in 2005 in memory of Joseph. And this year's winner is Kyle Dingus. Kyle's from Roscoe, Illinois. And you know, Kyle never stops working, and this started in high school. He was a bagger and a cashier in a grocery store, a jack of all trades at Angler's Edge Fishing and Marina. He was a Little League umpire, a sales associate at Dick's Sporting Goods. And here at UI, he is a food service worker for the UI Hospital and Clinics. He also volunteers for Special Olympics. And he is a political fact checker for PolitiFacts, a national research and fact-checking firm. Congratulations to Kyle. Gaylord Scholarship, we are lucky to have 2 winners this year. Joe has been a member of our alumni advisory board for years and served as president of the board. He and his wife, Molly, have been very generous to the department, including setting substantial resources aside to fund the Gaylord Scholarship. And the first Gaylord winner is Carolina Herrera. Carolina is from Tiffin, Iowa. She is the president of the United Nations Association chapter here at UI. And in that role, she reorganized the group and has tripled its membership. She's also involved higher up with the organization, serving as a Midwest Fellow of the United Nations Association. She was also involved in the Biden campaign here on campus and in Iowa City and communities around Iowa City. And this spring, she was an active board member on the celebration called Night of 1,000 Dinners, which recognizes International Women's Day. And she does all of this while also working part-time at a local restaurant and as a front desk worker at the UI Center for Diversity and Enrichment. The second Gaylord winner is Natalie Tapscott. Natalie is from Decorah, Iowa. And back in Decorah, she worked for 4 years with the Decorah Parks and Recreation Department in a variety of jobs. Here on campus, she's involved in many club activities, including the UI Running Club, the UI Environmental Coalition, and our very own Undergraduate Political Science Association. That's not a bad record for somebody who's just finishing their first year at UI. Congratulations to Natalie and to Carolina. Next up is the Donald B. Johnson Fellow and Scholar Awards. This has always been a fun one and an important one for me because I was in Don's last graduate seminar in 1981 before, sadly, he passed away from cancer. Don was one of the truly gifted student teachers and mentors that have been in the department. He touched the lives of thousands of students, many of whom contributed to these Johnson scholarships. The Johnson Fellow Award this year goes to Amelia Thorson. Amelia is from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. She's a student researcher with the Iowa Policy and Opinion Lab and the Diplomacy Lab. She is Director of Public Relations for the Backpack of Iowa Project. That's an organization that provides mentoring and tutoring free of charge to students in the Iowa City Community School District. She is the VP for programming for the UI chapter of Alpha Epsilon Phi, and she finds time to work at Paragon Bakery. The Donald Johnson Scholar Award goes to Bailey Schwarzengruber. Bailey is from Cedar Rapids, and she works as a nanny and has for some time, and this can take anywhere from 20 to 40 hours a week. That does not keep her from being involved in Dance Marathon and also volunteering at the UI Hospital and Clinics, and she has been a waitress at the Bluebird Cafe. Congratulations to the Johnson winners, Amelia and Bailey. Next up is the Darrell L. Netherton Political Science Research Scholarship. We have 2 awards this year. Like Joel Gaylord, Darrell Netherton is an extremely valued member of our Alumni Advisory Board, and it's through his generosity that the Darrell Netherton Political Science Research Scholarship was started. Maggie Bashmore is our first Netherton winner this year. She comes from Underwood, Iowa. She has been president of the UI Democrats. She's a founding member and engagement coordinator for Ignite UI. That's the local chapter of a national movement of young women who are being prepared for political leadership. She volunteered for the Elizabeth Warren campaign. She was a captain in the battleground for Iowa Get Out the Vote effort. And she has served as the media director, does serve actually as the media director for the Justin Lewis for Des Moines City Council campaign. The second Netherton winner is John Camp. And John is from Mahomet, Illinois. Like Maggie, he served as president of the UI Democrats. He is the chair of the Diversity committee of the UI chapter of Phi Alpha Delta, the pre-law fraternity. He is the associate editor of the Iowa Historical Review, UI's peer-reviewed undergraduate history journal, and he was an intern for Congressman Loebsack. Congratulations to John and to Maggie. That brings us to the Sally Page Scholarship. This award was recently started in memory of Sally Page, and this year's winner is Patrick Johnson. And Patrick is from Mackenzie Park, Illinois. He is a senator in the UI Undergraduate Student Government and chair of the Finance Committee. He's an undergraduate research assistant in a department project that looks at civil wars around the globe. And he has worked as a member service representative with the Rock Valley Credit Union. Congratulations to Patrick. Next up is the Terry Rasmussen Scholarship. Terry was a 1991 graduate of our department who passed away in 2011, and this scholarship in memory of her was generously established by her parents. And this year's winner is Amna Hader. Amna is from from Omaha. And she is the founder of the student organization Piece by Piece, a coalition of students dedicated to promoting awareness, advocacy, and action on matters of state and state-sanctioned violence around the globe. She is an honors writing fellow for the UI Writing Center, where she helps fellow students improve their writing. She is a resident assistant and has been for 2 years at Catlett Hall. She is in student research with the Diplomacy Lab. She's a member of the University Lectures Committee, and she's an undergraduate representative on the UI Center for Human Rights Advisory Board. Congratulations to Amna. Next up is the Third House Memorial Scholarship. We have 2 awards from the Third House. The Third House is the Professional Association of Iowa Lobbyists. And this group has generously raised money for years from their members to fund scholarships at several Iowa schools, including right here in the UI Political Science Department. One of this year's winners is Emily Callahan. Emily's from Richmond, Virginia. She is the news director for the Daily Iowa TV. She is on the women's lacrosse team. She is a stagehand at Hancher Auditorium, and she's an intern at the Firehouse Theater. The second Third House winner is John Dickens. John comes from Grand Rapids, Michigan. He is a UI student senator and chair of the External Relations Committee. He is the treasurer of our own Undergraduate Political Science Association. He is with the leadership team of the Dance Marathon Diversity, Equity, and Inclusions Committee. And he was a campaign volunteer for the Cory Booker presidential campaign and the Rita Hart senatorial campaign. Congratulations to Emily and to John. Next is the Richard J. Tyner International Relations Scholarship, and we have 2 awards here. And Richard is another of our wonderful Alumni Advisory Board members who has established a scholarship for our students. The Advisory Board, through the work of Richard and Daryl and Joe and many, many others, has done so much for the department over the years, and this scholarship is a shining example. The first of the 2 Tyner winners this year is Paige Batten. Paige is from Ankeny, Iowa, and she has worked 4 years as a Casey's General Store employee for 20 to 30 hours a week in all aspects of operation, including training new employees. She is president of the Francophones of Iowa Club that does everything having to do with France and immersion in French culture and the French experience. She is a peer tutor in French, English, and math, and she has been an English teacher in France. The second Tyner winner is Anna Sullivan. Anna's from Northfield, Minnesota. She is the voting ambassador in the Hawk the Vote organization on campus that facilitates student voter turnout. She has been actively engaged with the United Nations Association's Iowa chapter. She was a campaign fellow in the Biden presidential campaign, and she is a policy analyst with the Iowa Policy Research Organization. So congratulations to our two Tyner winners, Paige and Anna. Next up is the Political Science First Generation Scholarship. This scholarship is a department-funded scholarship that goes to an outstanding student who is the first in his or her family to go to college. And we're happy that this year's winner is Charlie Bell. Charlie comes from Wyoming, Iowa. He is on the UI Quiz Bowl team and competed with that team widely. He is a retail associate at UI Dining and Housing. And he has been a nanny too, like one of our other winners, and is a nanny for a family in Lost Nation, Iowa, caring for two children, ages 6 and 14. Congratulations to Charlie. In addition to our department annual scholarships, the department nominates individuals for Fairall Scholarships. A committee from the Office of Student Financial Aid and the Fairall trustees then make the final awarding decisions. But we are extremely fortunate to have a number of Fairall winners this year. There are two Fairall funds, the Helen Fairall Fund and the Lawrence Fairall Fund. So let's highlight our Helen Fairall Scholarship winners first. And the first of these is Thomas Dainty. Thomas is from Des Moines. He works at the Iowa Social Science Research Center, training and supervising students who work on the Hawkeye Poll and other projects. He's a student researcher at the UI Public Policy Center, and he is a group orientation leader for the university's International Student and Scholar Services. Next is Marissa Good. Marissa is from Marion, Iowa. She is president and co-founder of Ignite UI. That's the student organization dedicated to building skills and confidence in women who are interested in making a difference in politics and policymaking. She is a research fellow and assistant leader in the Iowa Policy and Opinion Lab. And she was an intern in the Teresa Greenfield Senate campaign. Next is Alex Heppel. Alex is from Epworth, Iowa. He was selected among many team members, his team members, to be part of the Hawkeye Startup Accelerator Intensive Summer Program last year. And it's there that they launched their product called Seat Hopper. He's also a member of the UI Caucus, the UI organization that promotes our success, the university's success, to legislators, policymakers, and others across the nation, across the state. And for quite some time, he was the control room operator at the Greyhound racetrack in Dubuque. And he was in charge of filming the races and broadcasting these races across the nation. Our next Helen Fairall winner is Hyatt Holman. Hyatt is from Sioux City, Iowa. He is a volunteer at the Path of Hope, an organization that provides assistance to immigrants who have recently moved to the greater Iowa City area. He's also worked for years at Hy-Vee as a cashier and also as a dairy clerk. And he is a member of a research team on a large academic project involving political science and the Public Policy Center that looks at civil wars around the globe. And next up is Grace Kipple. Grace is from Sergeant Bluff, Iowa. She is a leader in the Family Programming Committee of UI's Dance Marathon. She's a researcher in UI's Diplomacy Lab. That's the lab that does work for the US State Department. She is a residential assistant in UI Housing, and she is a senator in UI Undergraduate Student Government. The next Helen winner is Nick Pryor. Nick is from Iowa City. Nick is the Legislative Affairs Director for the Iowa March for Our Lives organization that promotes the reduction of gun violence. He was a field organizer for the Zach Walz campaign for the Iowa Senate. And he is the marketing director of the University of Iowa Lecture Committee. Next is Sophia Schubert. Sophia is from Dubuque. She tutors her peers in the Success in Rhetoric program. That program embeds her in a rhetoric class where she assists the students in their work. She's the University of Iowa campus coordinator for Vote for Equality, and she is on the University of Iowa water polo team. Next up for Helen Award is Caleb Slater. Caleb is from Des Moines. He's the human resource specialist, is a human resource specialist with the U.S. Army Reserves. He is a 4-year employee at Hy-Vee, most recently as a produce clerk. He is an executive board member of UI's Hawkeye Caucus organization and a student government senator. And that brings us to Sierra Wicks. Sierra is from Johnston, Iowa. She is the UI student government senator that chairs the Governmental Relations Committee. She is an event coordinator for Night UI. That's, again, the organization that promotes young women's success in politics. And she is a research assistant with the Iowa Public Opinion Polling Lab. And she works as a desk clerk at Courier Resident Hall. And those are our Helen Fairall Scholarship winners. Congratulations to all of you. Next up are the Lawrence Fairall Scholarships, and we are very lucky to have 4 of those this year. The first goes to Chloe Clemenson. She is from Cedar Rapids, and she has been an intern for both U.S. Senator Charles Grassley and former U.S. Congressperson Rod Bloom. She's been very involved in the UI chapter of Alpha Phi Omega, the National Service Fraternity, serving as Vice President for Service and as the Director of Scouting and Youth Services. And she's also a tutor in the Backpack Project, and that's the project that helps middle school and high school Iowa City community students with their academics. Next up is Abby Eastman. Abby is from Ames, and she is the General Manager at KRUI Radio. That's Iowa's radio station. She has served in several research positions here at the university, among those being a researcher in the Diplomacy Lab and on a collaborative project that's tracking and assessing how states are responding with policy to the COVID-19 pandemic. And she has been an intern for the Domestic Violence Intervention Program in Iowa City. Ryan Hubert is our next Lawrence Fairall Scholarship winner. Ryan is from Clinton. She has been an intern with the Iowa City Foreign Relations Council, where she assisted with lecture planning, event promotion, and grant writing. She's been a guest services assistant at the Felix Adler Children's Discovery Center, and she works as a receptionist at the Nancy Cole State Farm Office here in Iowa City. And that brings us to William Jones. William is from Council Bluffs. He has been president of our Undergraduate Political Science Association right here in the department. He has served as a family representative in UI's Dance Marathon organization, and he is an assistant student election commissioner that serves as part of the Student Judicial Court. So congratulations to our Lawrence Fairall Scholarship winners. And that brings us to the end of the scholarship portion of this program. In closing, I'd like to congratulate all of our scholarship winners one last time. And I'd also like to say thanks for being our students. It's students like you that make our jobs rewarding and fun. It's always good to have good students. So congratulations and best of luck for the rest of your time at Iowa and your time beyond. And now I'd like to turn the program over to Tracy Osborn.
Hello, my name is Tracy Osborn, and I'm an associate professor for political science. I'm here on behalf of Martha Kirby, who could not be here today, to talk a bit about the university and national level accomplishments of our students. I was quite happy to fill in this way because a lot of these students I see as freshmen, and so seeing what they've done by the time they finish at the University of Iowa is pretty amazing, honestly, to see some of the awards they get and how well they end up doing. In the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, those graduating with an earned GPA in the top 10% of all undergraduates in the college are awarded their degrees with distinction. There are 3 levels of distinction recognized at the commencement ceremony with 1, 2, or 3 stars worn on the sleeve. Distinction is awarded to those in the top 10% of the graduating class. These are our awardees with distinction. High distinction is awarded to those in the top 5% of their graduating class. These are our awardees with high distinction. And highest distinction is awarded to those in the top 3% of their graduating class. These are those who have received our highest distinction. Students wishing to graduate with honors in the major engage in a rigorous academic curriculum culminating in an honors thesis or research project. Many of these I've overseen over the years. Students graduating with honors in their major are recognized at commencement by wearing a white cordon over their gown. These are our students graduating with honors in their major. Next are our Phi Beta Kappa inductees. The Phi Beta Kappa Society is the oldest and most prestigious undergraduate honors organization in the United States. Since 1776, election of Phi Beta Kappa has been a recognition of academic achievement, and their members epitomize the society's motto, "Love of learning is the guide of life." The Alpha of Iowa chapter was chartered at the University of Iowa's College of Liberal Arts and Sciences in 1895. Every student inducted into the society receives a lifetime membership into Phi Beta Kappa. These are our Phi Beta Kappa inductees for this year. The next awards that I will give are some of the individual university and national awards our students have received. Our first awardee is Ekta Nanda. Ekta has a true gift for building bridges and facilitating real connection. When she noticed that international and domestic students were failing to meaningfully interact, she took action by seeking leadership roles in OASIS, the Indian Student Alliance, and the South Asian Student Alliance, in order to cross this divide. She has worked hard to promote cross-cultural connections and bring international students into the campus community, which has helped them share their experiences and create community. In addition to her DEI work, Ekta is involved in research, examining disenfranchisement, education policy, and its effect on low-income families. Graduating with a BA in criminology, law and justice, and a BS in political science, Ekta will soon attend law school. She is the recipient of the Center for Diversity and Enrichment's Student Leadership Award. Our next awardee is Abby Denner. Abby Denner is a 4th-year international relations major, minoring in French and Arabic. Abby is a fellow at the Public Policy Center and project leader for the International Conflict and Resolution Center. Abby was chosen for the Dare to Discover campaign, which showcases research being done at the University of Iowa. She is the winner of the Sansei Prize. It's a $1,000 award presented to an outstanding graduating senior in the University of Iowa's College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Students then must plan to attend graduate school at the University of Iowa or any other university in the summer or fall of 2021. Abby will be attending the Paris School of International Affairs at Sciences Po in Paris, France. She'll seek a master's degree in international security. Our next winner is Jocelyn Roof. Jocelyn is a 4th-year student from Waterloo, Iowa, studying political science and sociology with a certificate in social science analytics. Jocelyn has been an education policy intern at the UI Public Policy Center since 2018, and she served as executive director and founder of Hawk the Vote, the UI's nonpartisan initiative to get students registered, educated, and turned out to vote. She currently serves as the co-chair of the University Lecture Committee, and she's the student representative on Path Forward. In the past, she was a resident assistant, orientation leader, and government relations chair in the undergraduate student government. Jocelyn is the winner of 2 awards this year. The first one is the Center for Diversity and Enrichment's Dean's Achievement Award in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. The second award is the Hancher-Finkbein Medallion. Since its beginning, the Hancher-Finkbein Medallion has recognized the importance and value of learning, leadership, and loyalty at the University of Iowa. With the introduction of the first Hancher-Finkbein Medallion, awarded to Dennis Pauling in 1966, a new tradition was born in recognizing individuals that best exemplify those qualities. Our next award goes to Katarina Newcamp. She received a Fulbright and will be teaching English in Kosovo. She's a native of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and she'll be earning a degree in political science with minors in Spanish and German. She'll be spending 9 months as an English teaching assistant at a university in Kosovo. She also will be creating a community engagement project, which is a triathlon club at the university where she's placed. As someone who grew up speaking 2 languages, English and German, at home, she really recognizes the importance of teaching English abroad. We're very proud of all of our winners of university and nationally recognized awards, and I thank you for being with us.